Hi there. This is Dawn from Two Women Healing Out Loud. Today I'm doing a video solo, just me. I'll be updating one or uploading one with me and Melissa again really soon. But I just felt like coming on because I'm really struggling today. And I figured there might be a lesson in here that maybe we can all learn together. So I have an amazing job. I work for a wonderful corporation that helps survivors of trafficking, and I'm a peer support specialist. I absolutely love my position and was really feeling like life was just starting to take off. Well, I found out yesterday that, there's going to be a few changes in the organization. And because of that, I will get anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks off. The reason I'm sharing this isn't because I'm logically worried about the outcome. It's because I am emotionally and physically worried about the outcome. And let me explain what that is. So sometimes in life, we're going to go through these situations where crap just happens. I mean, excuse my language, I'm a cusser, but shit just hits the fan. And it's in these moments that we have to make a choice. I'm not going to lie. Everything inside of me felt this fear start to rise up. And since I found out yesterday, I've had a lot of worry. What am I going to do? How am I going to support myself? I was just starting to depend on that income. I had plans. I'm saving for a car. You know, um, I'm no longer on some of the benefits I was on because of this job. And now they're going to just take it away. And I don't know, SOL, right? My mind, the monkey mind, decided it was going to try to take over in this moment. And I recognize that in the last 7 years of my healing journey, it has not been perfect. It's been up and down. There were a couple of relapses in the very beginning. And something I am coming to understand is how trauma works and how it works in our body. What's happening to me right now is this trauma response is trying to rise up. The brain is conditioned to work a certain way, and there is a certain brain biology that takes place in people who have gone through trauma. What is trauma? Well, honestly, I'm just going to share for those of you who don't know, a lot of the older beliefs believed that trauma was only for people who were, served in the war and came back from all these traumatic injuries. And the truth is, yes, that is trauma. But that's not really trauma. Trauma isn't the incident that happens to you. According to Gabor Mate, trauma isn't the situation or the actual thing that happened. Trauma is your body's inability and your mind's inability to cope with how you felt in those moments, to work through it in a healthy way. If you didn't have healthy adults around you or people that were there for you to help you navigate your feelings, what can happen is trauma can form. And as some of you already know, trauma is held in the body. Trauma is held in, some people say it's held in the cells, and some people say it's held in the fascia. I kind of believe it's really both because, I mean, obviously, our body has, I think, over 400 trillion cells. Could be 4 trillion, but please feel free to go look that up and comment below and let me know. But it's a lot of cells. And if you think about how trauma is held in that, or if it's held in the fascia, that's crazy that my mind can start to get over something, but my body's still holding on to it, right? Well, that along with the brain going down one direction for, I'm 53 now. I'd say 48 years, my brain was going in one direction. It was in hypervigilant survival mode, or sometimes I would go into fight, flight, or freeze, or even fawn. And now, as I'm starting to become aware of all of these things and learn, the more education I get and the more understanding of my body and coming back somatically, coming back into my body and understanding how trauma affects it, it makes sense to me that the first things I started to experience were fear and worry and doubt. So, yesterday, when I was presented with an option, I chose the option that I believe will lead to further growth and success in my career, will allow me to continue growing and helping the women that my heart is so desperately wanting to help. So I chose to go ahead and agree. I'll just take some time off. And, I mean, I could have said, no, peace out. I'll just go find another job. But that's not where my heart is. But the thing is, my mind isn't on board with that because my mind is used to saying, "Oh my God, freak out, warning, how are we going to survive? You were on the streets and homeless for so long. You used to have to eat out of dumpsters. You used to have to take care of yourself in unimaginable ways. You were the only one out there. No one was there for you. Warning, warning, warning." And that's just a tip of the iceberg of what my mind is trying to do to me right now. So I have to take a step back because one thing I've learned that it's in these moments, it's in these times when the mountain is set before us. You go to sleep, you wake up, and boom, there's a huge mountain where your front door used to be. And you're like, how the hell do I get out? How do I get around this? It's huge. I've learned that I have to make a choice right then in that moment. I also work through some somatic healing techniques and things that really help me with my trauma. I also do some DBT and CBT exercises that I learned along the way in therapy. Therapy is an amazing tool. If you're not currently getting working through therapy and you don't think you need it, I urge you to just really maybe find a coach or consider therapy because I really think everybody can use somebody in their corner. So here's the deal. We have to make a choice, right? We have to choose. I can choose to fall back into fear and old ways of thinking because what happens is thoughts, they're auditioned before you. And you get all these thoughts that kind of come in, and you're the casting director. You get to decide which thoughts you're going to cast. If I take in those thoughts of fear and worry and warning, 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 what happens is now my body starts to react. After the thought comes the body reaction. Then I start to panic. My heart rate picks up. My breathing becomes more shallow and more faster. And I get goosebumps and my body starts to go anxious. And it's like thoughts become feelings. Feelings can lead to actions. And all of that can add back to that trauma response. Or, especially since I have a little more knowledge now and a lot more tools in my toolbox, I can slow down and I can say, whatever you choose to believe, whether you call it God or the universe or source creator, um, Conchita, whatever you choose to call the greatest, highest source of all, I choose to believe in that. I can choose to believe that as I'm saying this, I'm looking out my window and the sun's coming back out. It's been snowing here and the sun's kind of brightening. So it's very good timing. I can choose to believe that no matter what mountain is set before me, on the other side of that mountain is a whole new landscape, and it's a better one than the one I'm currently in. So, yeah, I might have to get through or around or above that mountain or climb over it, but that's walking in faith because these are the times that I think the universe presents it to us. Hey, you said you had faith, but do you really? Because you say you believe that I'm the creator of all. You say that you believe everything's going to happen in your highest purpose, but maybe you're about to slip back into older belief patterns. And when I slip back into older belief patterns, or I choose to pick those thoughts out of the air and bring them into my play, I'm basically telling my creator, I don't trust you. These are really difficult times because these are the times that faith is formed even harder in us, even stronger, even more resilient. And these are the times we have to jump off the cliff with no idea if anything is down there waiting to catch us. Because I've heard this said before, true faith, it resonated so much with me. True faith is jumping off the cliff and having no idea what's on the bottom, but having so much faith in the Creator that you know you are either going to land in something beautiful or you're going to be caught and laid down gently. So it's in these times that I have to step back and say, I choose faith today. Now, does that make the mountain go away? No, it absolutely doesn't. Nope. But it's like a backpack that I get to pick up when I'm getting ready to traverse this mountain, and it has all the tools I need in it. Because the truth is, the mountain's not going to move either way. Whatever our challenges or our struggles, they're going to keep coming. They are going to be presented to us no matter where we are in life. It's up to us to choose which backpack we're going to pick up. Am I going to pick up the one that's dead weight, that's so heavy, full of fear and worry and doubt, and not be able to go anywhere or even go around this mountain or traverse the mountain because it's so heavy it weighs me down? Or am I going to choose to just give it a shot? Pick up the lighter one, the one that's filled with faith. It's got all my camping supplies in it. It's got some water and some food and some nutrients, and take it one step at a time. You see, something I have learned is that so many of us have to try again and again and again and again to get over these individual mountains in our life. And the reason for that is that we view the whole mountain. We look at this huge mountain and we're like, I can't climb that thing. What the heck? There's no way I'm going to be able to climb that thing. And here's the lesson I've learned. You don't focus on the mountain. Sure, you're going to see it in the beginning. You have to process, take a minute, take a step back, go, holy cow, look how huge this thing is. But if we look down at our feet and you only focus on one step at a time, that's the only thing you have to worry about. Obviously, peek up every now and then and watch where you're going. But the truth is, if we focus on the whole mountain, we are going to become overwhelmed. We are going to have those trauma responses triggered within us that tell us we can't do it, or that we're not good enough, or we're not worthy of whatever it is we're trying to go after. And the truth is, that is not at all even close to what's real. What's real is when these challenges are presented before us, it's because we're ready for them. We might not feel ready. We might not think we're ready. We might not even look around us and think there's any way in hell we can get through that. But I'm telling you, these challenges aren't presented to us until we are ready. We're fully equipped. Now I got to go within myself and make that choice. So I'm going to take the choice today to step into faith that everything is happening for my highest good, and that I don't have to know what that plan is. I don't have to know what the outcome is. I don't have to know which direction that mountain is going to take me. All I have to do is focus on the one step in front of me and make sure that's secure. And then I stop and I focus on the next step. While I'm doing this, I need to be breathing, take in some of that beautiful mountain air, but also working on some of the things that help me when that fear tries to pop back up. For a lot of us, that's praying and talking to our creator. To some of us, that is humming or chanting or moving the energy around in our body. Some people like to exercise and move their body. There are so many different things. A lot of us need somebody to talk to or to journal and write about it. But the point is, fear isn't real. It feels real. I remember telling one of my ex-boyfriends, fear isn't real. And he said, oh, it's 100% real. And that really, really stuck with me for a few years, because it was like, it's only real if I choose to give it power. What choice are you going to make today? I hope whatever it is, you choose to take a step back, breathe, look at that mountain real quick, and take it one step at a time. Here's the truth, though, I really want to share. Even if you choose not to take that first step for a while, let's just say you decide to set up camp exactly where you are and throw out a tent and sit where you are for a while until you can process things. Or maybe you choose to even turn around and go back down the mountain or go back the other way to experience some of the other lessons you've already gone through and maybe help yourself to feel stronger. Whatever choice you make, whichever direction you go, there isn't a wrong choice. Whatever choice you make is okay and it's good for you and it's right for you in that moment because if you choose to go backward, there's probably some lessons you need to go over again or to grow a little bit stronger for until you develop the strength in your body to traverse that mountain. If you choose to set up camp for a little bit, maybe you need to rest. Maybe you need to heals from some wounds or whatever it is you're going through. Maybe you have blisters on your feet and you got to wait until those heal. But the truth is, it comes down to the choice. And I want you to know no matter what you've heard out there, because the world will try to tell you different. The world will say, get up and get going, and you better succeed because the world has confused success with reward. Reward is what comes after you hit a goal. That's your reward. In my opinion, that's not success. Success, according to Don, is the whole path getting to the reward. Just the fact that you took the one step makes you successful. Keep taking those steps, keep heading up that mountain whenever you're ready, and know that whatever you choose, you're not wrong. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you have a great day, and I'd love to hear your comments. Take care.